Hello, this is Brandy. I want to thank everybody so much for taking a little bit of time to spend with me. I want to also make sure that you are able to ask questions if you like to. Let's see. For some reason, I'm not able to enable that feature. So if you do have some questions tonight, you can tweet me on Twitter at Brandy the Boss with any questions as we go, and I'll be answering them as we move along. That's Brandy with an ITHABOSS, Brandy the Boss on Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to honor your time. So tonight I'm going to give you some practical tips on how you can start your biz with a limited budget. And this is going to be a jam-packed session. So make sure that you stay to the end of this online workshop because I have some special goodies for you as well. So let's get started. So there's a couple of rules for tonight. First of all, hopefully you have a pen and paper so that you can take notes. Second of all of the notes that you take down are awesome, but it's not going to work if you don't take action. So the rule for tonight is write it down and try it. Also, this is an interactive session. So as I said before, if you have any questions, you can tweet me on Twitter at Brandy the Boss, and I will answer your questions as they come in. Also, make sure that you commit to finding one or two things that you actually are going to try. So try to pick up some nuggets along the way. And guys, most importantly, let's have some fun. Once again, stay tuned to the end. I have something special for you. And let's go ahead and dig in. So before we start, really briefly, I want to tell you a little bit about me and my story. My name is Brandy Spencer. I am the CEO and founder of Consider the Possibilities, and it's a professional development company. And I started my journey as an only child, and like many of you on the line, I was told all my life to go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and make something of yourself. So that's exactly what I did. So I went to school and I got a degree in chemical engineering. I did that for a while, and then I also got my master's from Lamar University. So I understand what it means to bust your butt, sacrifice, and get all the degrees. And so I did all of that, and I worked my butt off. I worked offshore on a excuse me, in the rigs on the Gulf of Mexico as a field engineer. I had on a hard hat and steel-toe boots. It was challenging, but I hated it. And then soon I found myself moving into education, and I became a teacher. I loved the kids. I didn't like the adults so much. And soon I was promoted out of the classroom, and I moved into a corporate setting, and I began to provide professional development and coaching for teachers. So I helped them learn how to teach better. And so I had achieved all types of success in my careers, but I was honestly tired of making other people rich. And when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't excited and I dreaded my day. And if you're on the line and you understand what I mean, I just was not fulfilled. And I was thinking to myself, how I sacrificed and busted my butt for all of these years to be in this place where I am right now. I was ready to start living my real life. And I was so desperate for a change. And so about 2 years ago, I committed to start taking action. Excuse me. I have been reading tons of books. I had been listening to every free webinar and every free tool that I could get my hand on. But it was time for me to add that information with action. And that is how I found success in entrepreneurship. And so, can you relate to any of the feelings that I had in the beginning? Are you thinking that you deserve more or that you desire more in your life and your business? Are you realizing that your career is not feeding you and it's not recharging you the way that you thought it was? I'm checking Twitter right now. All right, all right, all right. So, no comments on Twitter yet. So what I had to do, guys, was make a decision to win on my own terms, and that's exactly what I did. So for the year of 2013, I committed to taking action, action, action. And I started putting in the work. I started building a stronger foundation. And when I did decide to quit my job, 30 days after that, me and my business partner signed our first consulting contract for $79,000 worth of services. And so since then, I've been speaking, I've been teaching, I've been coaching, and I've been training people on exactly how to do that, exactly how to take your skills, your experiences, and your talents and turn them into something that people will purchase, something they will pay for, something that they value. And that's exactly what I want to do tonight. And so when I unlocked, excuse me, the blueprint for how to monetize my skills, I felt like a freaking superhero, right? I felt like I was on top of the world, and I was like, yes, I can do anything I put my mind to. And so that is what I want for you. Exactly what I want for you. And so tonight, as we talk about how to start your business with a limited budget, I want you to really focus in on what I'm talking about. The information that I'm going to give you it's no muss, no fuss. It's the down and dirty information that's really going to make a difference in your business. So I hope you have your pen and paper ready so that we can dive in. I'm going to take a sip of water before we get started as well. And so before I dive in, the first thing I want to do is give you a disclaimer. Your attitude and your mindset are going to determine if this plan works and actually if entrepreneurship is going to work for you. It is 90% mindset. Mindset is what sets apart the losers from the winners. So what I'm going to talk about are some strategies to help you bootstrap your business, and that means help you build your business when you don't have a lot of money to invest in your business initially. And so the first thing that, thanks very much, Callaway, you said absolutely, good, good, good. So the first thing you need to do when you're starting your business with a limited budget is spend the time doing the research. Because guys, if you don't have a lot of money, you do not have a lot of money to waste, to mess up, or to use inefficiently, right? So you need to be crystal clear about who you're going to serve, what they need, and if they're going to buy from you, right? So some great ways that you can start to research that are through things like interviews. Interviewing the people that you think you want to work with and asking them, what types of problems do you have? What types of things have you tried? What's keeping you up at night? The answers to these questions are going to help you get really clear about where you need to be spending your time, energy, and resources. Another golden place that you can go to research about what people need is social media posts. So find some people who are really popular in the industry that you want to tap into. Find some people who are already serving the people who you want to work with and look at their social media posts. A lot of times they are asking their community what types of problems they're having. Okay, and their community is answering them because they already trust these people. So all you have to do is find these posts and jot down that information. It's like stealing their research and using it for your business. So number one, interview the people who you think you want to serve. Find out what their problems are. Find out how you can couple your skills and talents with their problems and giving them a great solution, okay? But then also use the social media intel or research of the big wigs. They're already asking their customers and clients what they want. All you have to do is find those posts and take that data and use it in your own business. And then number 3, Amazon. Amazon.com, yes, the place with Kindle books, and everything else. That is another awesome place to research. If you can find books that have already been written about the subject or topic that you want to create a product or service about, and if you can find people who have reviewed those books and given feedback and comments, you know right off the bat that people are willing to pay money to get that type of problem solved, okay? So think about what type of product or service you would like to create. Go into Amazon, search there, and then look for some of the best-selling books or books that have been selling. Take a look at their reviews. Find out what people are saying about it, because inside of those reviews, people are going to drop gems about what they liked about the book, what they didn't like about the book, as well as what things were missing in the book. And so, guys, the things that we're missing in these books and programs are the gems and nuggets that you can use to create almost your own industry or create a business where you have no competition. Okay, so if you thought that that was a useful tip, I'm looking on Twitter. I would love to hear from you at Brandy the Boss. Was that a good tip? Number 1, research. So once again, if you are limited on funds, you have to do the research up front. Rich people or people with lots of working capital, they can make a couple of mistakes and recover from it quite easily because they have a cushion. But when you are operating with a slim, small budget, every single dollar counts. So you have to do your research. Yes. Okay. So that was good information. Awesome. Number 2, I'm going to share with you a power strategy. When you have limited funds, one thing that you can do is pre-sell your product or service, okay? So what that means is before you have invested lots of time, money, and energy creating some type of big, grand product, pre-sell it. Sell it to people before it's all the way finished. So here's an example. Let's say that I would like to create a course about creating courses. What I would do is I would sit down and create an outline so that I knew exactly what I wanted to include in the course. I would create a cover image for the course, and then I would share that on social media. Someone asked, is all social media good social media? Not necessarily. And that was a great question. I'll talk to you about that. So you're going to pre-sell that on social media. So you're going to start getting that offer in front of your ideal customer or the people who you think you're going to purchase that product. If you hear crickets and nobody says anything about it, if you don't get any hearts, any likes, any shares, they may not be interested in that. But on the other hand, if you put up an image for something that you're thinking about creating and you tell your audience that you're working on something, what do you think? Give me some feedback. And you hear lots of feedback and you get lots of likes and shares and things like that, then your customers are telling you that's what they want. Okay? So from that point, go ahead and start selling the product. Go ahead and start putting the energy into making the product and then get it out to them. Okay? So it's not about creating something or spending lots of money invested in editing, images, marketing, and all this other stuff. When you have a limited income, you need to use the resources that you have to qualify or verify your idea before you put the time, money, and energy into it. Because once again, when you have limited income or limited resources, every single dollar counts. So that's a power strategy that you can use. And so by using social media to preview and verify that there's a need for your product, that's a good way to use social media. But then on the other hand, some people are using social media to do things like show body parts or to compare themselves to other people, or to say to themselves, oh, I should be so much farther along in my business. That is a negative way to use social media. So if you're using social media to expand your reach and to get your products and services in front of people who would not necessarily be able to see your products and services, then you're using it correctly. Okay, it's not a place to spam people and to advertise to people who have never even indicated that they're interested in you, but it's a great place to cultivate relationships and to bring people over to your email list where you can convert them into paying clients. Power strategy. Was that a good power strategy? Let me know on Twitter. Another great way that you can start building your business with a limited budget is through speaking opportunities. I come in contact with so many men and women who, like I said, they have big ideas, big ambitions, but they're just low on cash. And so what I try to get them to understand is that you could either talk to one person at a time, or you could talk to groups of people. Okay, the most effective way to get your message across is to strategically place yourself in front of groups of people who have already identified themselves as your ideal customer. And so you may find those people in things like meetup groups, networking events, conferences, events, sporting events, all types of events. It just depends on who your ideal customers are. If I want to help mothers between the ages of 20 and 30, I might want to spend my time in Facebook groups for mothers, spend my time at events geared to mothers and families, and invest time and money in attending meetup groups where the word mothers or families are a part of the title. So if I was able to find a way to be able to provide those meetup groups with some valuable information, like a 15-minute talk about how you can teach your child from home and allow them to still have great people skills, that would be something that a lot of organizations would love to hear about. So I hope that was a good example. So if you strategically place yourself in front of groups of your ideal customers, you're able to market your business more efficiently, more effectively, and convert some of those people into paying customers. Speaking opportunities. And so maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't really know of any types of groups or events that I could speak in front of. Well, then you see the next bullet on my list, create your own event. And this is a great example of creating your own event, right? Webinars, virtual events, training calls, all of those are events that you can create to establish yourself as the expert, but to also position your product or service as the solution to a problem. So speaking engagements are another powerful tool when you have a limited budget. Okay, guys? So I want to pause for a second. I want you to go ahead and tweet me your questions. Make sure to let me know, does this make sense? Is this helping you understand how you don't have to wait until you have thousands of dollars to invest in your business? or hundreds of dollars to invest in your business, you can start doing these things right now. Go and speak in front of your church. Speak at your child's school about something. Speak to the teachers at your son or daughter's schools. What would be the minimum info, display, products, or the services you would show at a show? So at these speaking opportunities, it's not necessarily about showing your product or service. It's about providing valuable information when you're speaking to the people at these events, and then providing them with an opportunity to connect with you offline. So, for example, a couple of months ago, I went and talked to a group of business owners about how to use social media for their business. At the end of the speech, I offered them a free social media review. And that did a couple of things. That allowed people to continue to receive value from me. It also allowed me to take the contact information of the people in the room and follow up with them. Okay, so once I called these people, I was able to find out exactly what their problems were regarding social media. I was able to see exactly where they were in the process. And then, right then, I was able to offer them a product or service, which means I was able to sell them something. And that's exactly what you're trying to do, guys. You want to offer them valuable information so that they connect with you and see you as the expert. And then you want to sell them something because you're in business. So the conversion rate or the close rate, the number of people saying yes when you are face to face with people, is a lot better than if you're sending emails or if you're on something like a webinar like we're on right now. So that's another benefit of speaking to live groups of people face to face. The conversion rate is a lot higher and they will say yes to you a lot easier. So crafting the message or crafting the talk that you're going to give is a little bit more complicated. It's not just get up, say a couple words, and then sell something. Okay, but we're not going to go into that within this webinar tonight. But if you're interested in that, you can definitely contact me and we could work on something like that specifically for you and your business. But I just wanted to introduce speaking opportunities to you. So for the person who just asked that question, please retweet me again and make sure that I answer that question for you. Should there be any printed materials given? Yes. For speaking engagements or speaking opportunities, I recommend that you have some type of order form, something that you can place in their hand where they can sign up to either talk with you later or purchase your product, like an order form or something like that. But if you don't have that, don't worry. Something else that I have seen happen is when I walk off of stage, I'll have 3 or 4 people walk up to me and ask me specifically about my business. And at that time, what I do is pull out my cell phone, open up my calendar app, and I book an appointment to talk with them later. Okay? I'm glad that helped. I book a time to talk with them later. I don't say, hey, I'll call you next week so we can schedule something. No, I don't let them leave the room until we have booked an appointment to talk later. And that's when I'm going to find out what their problems are, share with them what type of solutions I have, and then ask for the sale. If anybody on the call tonight is in retail, maybe you're thinking about a boutique, a store, or something like that, I have a couple of tips for you. Number 1, limit the amount of inventory and work with samples, okay? So let's say you sell candles. Buy one of each candle, let people smell it, and then let them order from your catalog or something like that. Don't have a room full of candles. And that goes to number 2. Buy only what you can get rid of or what you can sell. You don't want to have a lot of inventory sitting around. That is money sitting around. So when you have a limited budget, it may cost a little more for you to not carry a lot of inventory, but it's going to be a lot less risky for you. Okay, especially in the beginning, you want to verify that your idea is going to work and that there is actually a need for your product or service before you start investing lots of money in it. Okay, talk to me on Twitter. Let me know if this is good stuff. Also, one thing that you can do is search for distributors that have a consistent inventory of stuff. So let's say I'm selling candles. I might buy the 4 flavors of candles and then just let people smell them and place orders. Okay? But I don't want to sell these 4 flavor of candles if the distributor only has a limited quantity of them. Because when I try to put my order in, they're going to say they don't have it. I want to find a distributor who has a large, consistent inventory so I can go to them. Once I get an order for a customer, I can go to my distributor, place an order, and then they can quickly ship it to me so that I can give it to my customer, or they ship it directly to my customer. And that's what the number 4 tip is. Research drop shipping companies so that you don't have to even worry about the inventory at all. And what a drop shipping company does is it allows you to order directly from them, and then they send the product to your customer. And a lot of those companies will provide they will create labels for you, so it'll be customized and it'll look like it's coming from you, but it's actually coming from your manufacturer or your distributor. So again, that's a drop shipping company. Good information. Is anybody on the call tonight thinking about opening a boutique or a store? Let me know. So the last thing, or one of the last things, I know a lot of people say invest in your business. You have to invest in yourself. All of these things. But it's that's very broad of a statement. So what you're going to receive in your email tonight is going to be my $100 startup plan. And what the $100 startup plan does is map out how you could spend $100 each month to start your business, just with $100. So, there's a lot of people out there and a lot of coaches out there who are charging hundreds or thousands of dollars each month. And for me, for a private consultation with me, my fees start at $300 an hour. But realistically, everybody cannot afford that, and everybody is not at that place in their life. And if you're not at that place in your life, it's okay. You are not any less committed as the next person. I've been exactly where you've been, and I know it has nothing to do with determination. It just has to do with your finances at the moment. So that's understandable. And that's why I've created the $100 startup plan, and you'll have that in your email this evening. And so what it's going to do is map out a simple plan that you can use to get yourself started, and it's going to map out the essential pieces of your business that you need to invest in each month. Okay, so that's one piece. But I also wanted to share with you tonight the 5 things that I would have invested in if I knew then what I know now. So those 5 things are email marketing. And that's something like MailChimp, ConvertKit, Aweber, a platform where I could collect email addresses and then communicate with large groups of people automatically. Okay, so an email marketing platform. Secondly, I would have invested in advertising, and that would be things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, as well as Google PPC ads. So advertising is one of the 5 things that I think you should invest in. Number 3 is a website. And your website does not have to be some type of mega website with all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have to be all of that. However, your website does have to have some key features and some things set correctly so that you can leverage the power of your website and use it to generate leads and generate income 24/7. Okay, so a well-designed website. Also, I would have invested a lot earlier in a virtual assistant. And you may be thinking, I just told you that my money was a little funny, Brandy. How do you think I'm going to be able to invest in a virtual assistant? It's very, very, very possible. Believe me. Okay. And in order to know that, that goes into number 5. And number 5 is investing in training, support, and accountability. When you invest in training, support, and accountability, people like me who are mentors, people who have been there before, people who have built businesses from scratch can tell you exactly where to go to get things like virtual assistants for $3 and $4 who work for $3 and $4 per hour. To be able to create and build your own website for less than $10 a month that does every single thing that you need it to do. To create advertising using things like Facebook and Twitter, where you're getting people to view your videos for 2 and 3 cents per view. Okay, all of these things come along with that training, support, and accountability. It's not just about the tools, it's about the strategy and the plan behind it. Okay, and so many of you have been on my list and have been hearing me talk about the Fearless Biz Academy, and it has launched. So what I'd like to do really quickly is answer your questions that you may have about tonight's webinar, but we're going to do that after I talk to you about the Fearless Biz Academy, because it is something that I am truly, truly excited about. And so I just want to talk about it really quickly with you. It's the Fearless Biz Academy. And so if you are tired of spending time at a job that you don't love, and if you're sick and tired of trying to build a business by yourself, and if you want quality training, support, accountability, a sisterhood behind you, but you don't want to break the bank, you've come to the right place. And so, as I said before, the Fearless Biz Academy is going to provide you with the support of people who have done it before, but also people who are in the same place in their journey that you are right now. People who you can lean on, and most importantly, people who are just as committed to seeing you win as seeing themselves win, right? How many times have you thought, God, if women could just pull our resources together, we would be unstoppable? Well, this is exactly what this membership community is. It's an opportunity for us to learn together, to grow together, and for us to collaborate. And so membership inside of the Fearless Biz Academy is going to provide you with a community of people behind you. It's going to give you the training tips to be able to monetize the skills that you have busted your butt to obtain. I'm going to show you how to take those things and package them and position them in a way that you're able to create income so that you can create the life that you want. Aren't you ready to be able to walk into a store and get what you want without looking at price tags and thinking about what has to happen so that you can purchase the things that you want? Don't you understand that you are not living in your fullness and you are not standing in your true power when you're living life like that? So this Academy is an opportunity for, like I said before, people who can't afford my $300 and $400 an hour prices to still be able to access information that they can use to change their life and change their circumstances. And so each month in the program, we're going to learn topics such as mindset, how to transition from an employee and that employee thinking to start thinking like an entrepreneur, a fearless entrepreneur who is ready to get paid what they're worth, to share their gifts with the world, and to really truly make a difference. So we're going to talk about things like mindset, how to monetize, how to create and package your products and services, but then also how you can share those products and services online and offline as well. So someone just asked me about writing proposals and things like that. So inside of the Fearless Biz Academy, there are going to be the monthly training courses, but I'm also going to have many training courses that address topics just like those. Like, how do you approach a business or an organization about using your services? So that was a really good question. That topics just like those are going to be answered. And I will answer the question after I finish talking about the academy. And so I have priced the academy to be super, super affordable. It's $47 per month. And if you would like to take advantage of my annual pricing, then I'm going to give you a 47% discount, and you can get membership into the Fearless Biz Academy for an entire year for $300. And so let's talk about what you're going to receive each month inside of the academy. Each month you're going to get a new business training course, but something that sets the Business Academy apart from other academies is that each month I'm also going to provide you with a 5-day challenge that's going to actually help you implement the things that you learned in the training course. So many times we purchase a program, we purchase a course, and we don't use it. Guys, the magic is in the action. Information plus action equals success. So within the Fearless Biz Academy, you're going to receive the information. We're going to focus on implementation and action. And then inside of the private community, we are going to work together as a fearless female community to help support you and get the word out about your business and services. We're going to work together to help cheer you on days that you feel like you can't get it done. Okay? So, in addition to all of that, you're going to get the training courses, the implementation challenges. You're going to have access to the private Facebook group. But also, once a month, we're going to get together and you're going to have the opportunity to sit in the hot seat and have me and the other people in the community help you work through your business pitfalls, hurdles, and give you advice to help you meet your goals and surpass your goals, right? How would that feel to have 5, 6, 10, 20 people to be able to pour into you and share their experiences to help you make your business better? Amazing, right? Yes, and all of this is part of the $47 a month membership fee. And so, in addition to all of those things, the business course, the challenge, the Facebook group, the mastermind calls that include the hot seat opportunity. I'm also going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, opportunities for pop-up trainings where I bring in industry experts who are going to teach you about what they are passionate about sales, about conversions, about websites, about mindset, all of these different areas, all of these different topics. And they're going to give you this information so that you can hit the ground running when you do start building your business. In addition to that, the program also includes bonuses, special promotions, and contests throughout the program. And so, once again, the price is $47 a month if you would like the month-to-month plan, and $300 for the annual plan. And so, for those of you who decide to take advantage of the program, be for 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm also going to throw in some fast action bonuses. Okay, so the first thing is a 30-minute VIP quick start call. That's going to be me and you together. I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to give you some homework, and I'm going to help you work through some of the things and some of the decisions that you need to make early on, so that once you receive the first month's training modules, you hit the ground running and you are making money as soon as possible. Okay, so I'm going to give you a 30-minute quick start call, and then I'm also going to gift to you the Scope and Get Paid Masterclass. Okay, so let's review what you're going to get. You're going to get the business training courses each and every month. Each and every month, I'm going to gift a 5-day challenge to you that's going to help you implement what you learned in your course. Okay, you're going to have a Facebook group full of people who are committed to your success. There, you're also going to receive an accountability partner who's going to call you on your crap on days when you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're also going to have a monthly mastermind call with me and the community, where we're able to pull apart your business, and it's also an opportunity for you to get some of the private one-on-one help that you need to help really grow your business. Also, pop-up trainings. You're going to have promotions, and for those of you who purchase by 9 o'clock Central Standard Time tonight, you're going to get that 30-minute quick start call with me and the Scope and Get Paid Masterclass. And guys, the Scope and Get Paid Masterclass is a $67 value by itself. And so all you have to do is choose a payment plan that works for you, $47 a month or $300 a year. That is a $47 discount. So it's all up to you. All you have to do is make a decision that you are ready. You can go to brandylspencer.com/enroll to take advantage of the enrollment specials that we have going on right now. Remember, the fast action bonus goes away at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? Don't forget, there are only 25 spaces inside of the Fearless Biz Academy for February, so make sure that you grab your space now, okay? So right now I'm going to open the floor. I have about 10 more minutes. You can ask me questions about the Fearless Biz Academy, or you can ask me questions about starting your business with a limited income. Right now, really quickly, I'm going to answer someone's question about writing proposals. So the key to writing proposals is for you to have done the work beforehand, so that the proposal is pretty much a formality. And I'll explain. I also work with schools, and I provide coaching and mentoring for teachers. So by the time that I create a proposal on paper, I have already went into the customer's office. We've already discussed what their problems are. We've already talked about what they want the support to look like. We've already talked about how they define success. We've already talked about their budget and what their budget can sustain. So by the time I am creating a proposal, it's more of a formality or the paperwork that's required to close the deal. Okay, they already know what's on the paper at that point. So the real magic is not in the shape or form that you place your proposals in. It's the process by which you gain the information. Okay, it's the total process from the time that you had that initial meeting with them to the time that the paperwork has been submitted and it's time for you to start work. Tweet me and let me know if that makes sense to you. Other questions, comments, or concerns? Like I do every single time that I do a Periscope, a webinar, or anything else, I always want to give you time to ask me questions, because it doesn't make sense for me to blurb all this information out to you if you're not able to implement it in your life and into your business to cause change. Okay? So it looks like we don't have any more questions. Guys, I pray that something that I shared with you tonight is valuable. Something that I shared with you is going to help you take your business to the next level. I pray that there is something that I shared tonight that is going to have you get up off of your booty and start moving, start building your empire. And guys, I really, really hope that something that I said tonight is going to have you join me inside of the Fearless Biz Academy. Once again, we have 25 spaces available. And if you join me before 9 o'clock tonight, you'll be able to take advantage of those super juicy fast action bonuses, which include a 30-minute VIP quick start call with me and my Scope and Get Paid Masterclass. So my name is Brandy Spencer. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. God bless and good night.